And villains, welcome to Multiverse. Give me a minute or two to be able to set things up on my end. But in game, and I'll invite you to the group. Tonight, we are going to play the middle part 1 and middle part 2 content. Obviously, we're getting double source marks for that content tonight or this week. So we'll try to play as much as we can tonight. If we can play some of the bounties, we'll try to do that as well. We'll see how it works out. So let me finish setting things up on my end, and we should be good to go soon enough. Hello, DCUO 203. Hello, Yudo the hero. Hello, Philip. No, not Perpetua. We'll probably go back and play some Middle Part 1 and Middle Part 2 content. So the stream seems to be working well enough. Oh, let me tweak my screen a bit here. Oh, that should do it. So the Juniverse. Oh, and did people send me a tell? So we have Reverse Flash, Bat Knight. So we have the Juniverse here. We have Nixie here. And I'm Chaos. Oh, okay, makes sense. I'm Chaos here. The Juniverse had a tell, but we already sent him an invite. Hello, Philip Williams. Hello, Shackwheel. Sorry if your PC is still down. Yeah, come send me a tell. Rio on Cracker, send me a tell in game, and I'll invite you. Jalen, yeah, last time when we fought her, it wasn't good. Let's say that. Hello, JJ. Hello, Trayvon. I always blame Lex. That's it's my go-to move. Hello, Yobard Thane. A Thon, I should say. So, Mr. Baron. A Baxon. So let's invite to group. So we seem to have a healer in the tank. So hopefully we have what we need. If not, we'll do what we can with the group we have. Usually what happens. And tonight we don't seem to have our friend Flashpoint Ghost Rider. So we have room for one more, guys. So send me a tell in game, and I'll invite you into the group. I have videos. You know, if we search in my videos, I have at least a few videos where I made Iron Man characters. Sure, if you want to come with your CW. Oh, actually, I think we got our last guy, Alpha Herds. Let's invite Alpha Herds. And that should do it. So everyone is above 350 something. So our friend Batman 1716 is working hard every day, he says. Super hot? That's alright. I can't spell either sometimes. It happens. Hello, Deathstroke, the Terminator. So I guess we're good to go. So let's go to the on duty menu. I tried to upgrade the internet a little bit, but I didn't want to change my modem, so I upgraded it as much as the modem allowed it to, but I'm gonna have to get a new modem. It's sad. But for tonight, I should do the trick. It did work well enough last time, so we should be okay for tonight. So let's see. So Metal Part 1. Let's start with false idols, and we'll work our way up from there. I have to admit, it's been a while since I played those missions. So if all goes well, we should have Nexi to heal us. And Reverse Flash of Earth 8 should be our tank. Obviously, sometimes when we play on Friday, sometimes people take roles. They do their best, but sometimes they're not used to playing the roles. So if somehow people cannot play their roles for whatever reason, no blame. We take whoever's willing to play with us, and we do what we can with the group we have. It's that simple. So if someone decides to sometimes people sacrifice themselves to be a healer, even though they're not really a healer, or they'll sacrifice themselves to be a tank, even though they're not really a tank. So when they do that, we appreciate their sacrifice.
Oracle
And
told
if
me to
things go
expect you,
wrong,
otherwise
no
you would
blame.
have been hit by an
They,
Amazon
they're doing
legion.
their best, and
We're facing an invasion here and in Olympus, and there's no time to
we
waste.
do the best we can with what we
Follow
have.
me.
It's all right, Dobard. We'll do what we can.
My
As I
sisters are
mentioned,
in trouble.
no blame.
If we aid them, we gain strength in numbers.
And you can see, so one of those two. Sadly, I don't have the same setup I used to have, so
Thank you, Princess.
I don't see the TV as well as I used to.
Turn the tide.
It's a little too far for me, I guess.
These monsters Ares creatures will
Oh, Supat is not wearing PJs. Oh, thank you, Scrolls. I'm glad you like it. If you're hearing some heavy metal music, it's not an illusion. It's the evil Black Lantern Batman that does that. We're on the US server. We're going to try to play at least some of the raids. I don't know if we play them all. We might try to go play some of the Monties afterwards. We might go try to play the Metal Bat Monty. Maybe even the Omar Sin Bounty. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes. I might have to leave though for a few minutes. Basically, I'm expecting a delivery. I was hoping they would be here before 5. That didn't happen. So I might have, if they come in during the stream, sadly I may have to leave the stream for a few minutes just to go pick up my my order. Speedster is fine. And what is the best healer for free to play? Sorcery should be fine. Actually, all the healing powers should be fine, but personally I kind of like sorcery. It depends if you want to play a healer with pets or a healer with no pets. It depends also if you want some sort of power interactions. Like there's some sort of not exactly power interactions, but there's some like there's some spore mechanic with nature that you can use to try to heal a bit better. Batman says magic is good for free. Personally, I kind of like electric, but electric isn't free, so. Yobarda says, I wish all powers were free. Maybe someday, who knows. They have to find a way. They have to have at least some ways to be able to make some money. Oh, someone went down. Light powers. If you want to play as a controller, by light powers. If you want to play as a tank, by earth. I have a few videos about light powers, but they might be a bit outdated. I, odds are it's probably still similar with combos and all that. But yeah, I'm overdue for a new video about the various powers. The thing is, if I start making videos about the powers, it basically means 16 videos, 32 if I cover both roles. So it's a tall order, let's say. But I'll see what I can do. Electric is a bit power hungry, but if you know how to manage your power, it's not an issue. Like I don't really have an issue with managing powers as electric. Yeah, the electric sadly is not a free power. So if you want a free power, electric won't be it. I guess if you really wanted to use electric, you could spend, I think it's $5 to buy a power. So if you play this Universe Online a lot, regularly, $5, it's a small price to pay to play the game. But now you decide. How do you earn source marks is free to play, same way as anyone else. You play missions that give you source marks. It's that simple. You're welcome, Philip.
You are too late, Amazon. The Sunblade is mine.
That weapon is not
Supot
yours
says
to
lightning
wield,
is used
Ares.
to
I am
cover
the
nitrogen
god
gas in
of
the
war.
atmosphere,
All
into the
weapons are
soil.
mine to wield.
And
But
thanks
do
for
not
sharing, I
fret,
guess.
Princess. I will use it to destroy the merciless.
And you'll become an even greater threat. Stay vigilant.
An Ari style would be nice. I have to admit, I kind of like his helmet. I wish we get that someday.
I have taken your pleasure, and I have found you wanting.
Goddess. Ares made quick work in determining our strengths and weaknesses. Watch out.
I hope you guys had a good week. Here we had a pretty good week.
The Sunblade.
The weather has started being really nice this week.
Let me show you its power.
I don't feel bad for the Cyclops.
Ares is using the sun.
They still might hurt us.
Avoid those flames.
I'm from Canada.
Be wary of that fire.
Avoid the flames, guys.
Through it will spread the Sunblade's flames.
Holy crap, it's not good. The Void Essence collection, it's going to cost you billions on the trade chat at this point. Sadly, if you really need the void material, I would strongly suggest just buy it from buy the bullet and buy it from Booster Gold. It's what I did the last time. It is beautiful. It's cold in the summer and in the winter though, but it is beautiful.
Strategy in favor of root strength. Cerberus, destroy them.
Bad enough
I
you
haven't seen the
taking
Moon Knight
control
show,
of
so
the
I can't really rate it.
You've even
Uh,
stole your uncle's dog.
I kind of suspected they would do a bait and switch. They do that with all their shows now, so they make you believe that the lead will be a male character like Moon Knight, and then it ends up being a female character. And they've done that with The Witcher, they've done that with Picard, they've done that. They do that with all the shows now. So, and I'm a bit tired, I guess, of the Marvel shows or even the Marvel movies for that matter. So I did not really care about Moon Knight very much. Actually, I didn't care about Moon Knight at all. So I did not watch the show. I'm sure that someday, many years from now, I'll watch maybe a couple of episodes on a Saturday if I have nothing better to do. But I don't really plan on watching the show anytime soon. I don't have Disney Plus also, and I don't want to have Disney Plus. So I'm not sure if or when I'm going to see the show. Hello, Dennis.
Hades.
Stand down, all of you. Cerberus, come, boy.
If you come to Canada, I'll make you a poutine, not a
You
burger, or a
interfere in my
cheeseburger if you
affairs
have
at
to.
your own peril, uncle. Spare me, boy.
Hello, Bernard.
Squabble amongst yourselves when a greater threat awaits. As god of war, you should know better. Do you expect me to flee the merciless, as you did?
Sorry,
These
guys.
mortals recently
My
helped
two screens
restore me to
are
my throne. I
quite a
am
few feet
eager to
apart. I
absolve
used to have my
that
two
debt.
screens, one next to each
Give
other,
them the
way back when, but
Sunblade. Or do you
I
enjoy
still need to
fighting
work
a
on my
war
new
on two
setup.
fronts? Very well. Take this sputtering torch,
You want
princess.
both, a cheeseburger and a
When you need me
poutine.
most in battle,
We'll see what we can do.
I will arrive.
Oh, I guess we'll get a little
I will
reward.
prepare my realm for a great many more souls in case you should fail.
Nah, no need for the.
Thanks
Let's go
for
for
the
the.
vote of confidence.
Let's go for the base item. Oh, Irish is Batman.
Come on, let's go.
Fred Batman is waiting for the black and white chromo box. It should be there. Maybe with the
I don't
next
trust
Research
Hades.
Mega Capsule.
If he does betray
I have
us,
to admit, I did not
he'll
keep
find
track,
the
so
Sunblade in his gut.
let's repair while we're here. Yudo says, I really want to become a DCO YouTuber. Well, I'll wish you a lot of luck. It's it's harder than people think.
The Olympians are under the influence of some
How
kind
many
of
skill
bad
points do I have
force.
on my main
They
character?
attack friend
Let's take a
and
look.
foe alike.
509. If you want to be a DCO YouTuber, the first thing I would suggest is only cover DC characters. I understand that it might be tempting to cover Marvel characters, especially when there's Marvel events. Like right now we got the Marvel Moon Knight, so it made kind of sense to make a video about the Moon Knight character. Sadly, there's a big cleavage in the player base. Marvel fans are truly Marvel fans, and DC fans are truly DC fans. And sadly, usually the fans will be fans of one property or the other, not both. And my days we were comic fans, so we would love Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, all of it. But I think because of the movies, it created a new type of fans. So you're either a very hardcore DC fan or a very hardcore Marvel fan. I'm sure that some of you guys are probably fan of both, like I am. But as a rule of thumb, there seems to be a lot more that are fan of one or the other. So sadly, DC fans, when I started my videos with my Wolverine character, I would get messages from people uh, basically not too happy that I was using a Marvel character in the DC game, or I would have Marvel fans not happy that I would use a Marvel character in a DC game. So the first thing I would say is just focus on DC characters and don't do videos with Marvel characters. Someone is asking why I did not add a Moonwing in my video. I tried to keep the video brief, which is something I struggle with. Sometimes I'll make videos that last forever, and sometimes I'll try to make videos that are brief. And with Moon Knight, I try to be brief, just to show basically the essential. Oh, I guess we're done here. There's going to be a Marvel game. Whether it's going to be like DCUO or not remains to be seen. It will be made mostly by the same people who work on DCUO. But we don't have enough information at this point. Hopefully, it will be. If it is only as good as DC Universe, or if it's only half as good as DC Universe Online, I'll probably play it. No, I wouldn't say DC dominates the comics at the moment. The DC are struggling in a big way, in a big time. DC used to dominate on the TV front, like they had the Arrow TV show, the
Of justice
Flash.
is forged.
They had the Justice League cartoon, the Batman animated series. So that on the small screen, the
I've never
DC
seen
pretty
a
much
true quiet.
were on point,
The
and Marvel
mercenaries must
were
have
on
done
point on the
something
big
to the
screen.
Guardian.
And then it became a bit blurry. Marvel had their Daredevil series, which personally I didn't like
The
that series very
Guardian.
much, but a lot of people seem
Hera,
to
give me
love that series.
strength.
Uh, Fox Forex Trader is asking how long I'm staying tonight. Probably about an hour. But things go in cycle. There's a point in time where DC had the Superman movie and the Tim Burton Batman movie. So when that happened, DC were pretty much dominating the big screen. But then we got Blade, we got the X-Men, we got the Spider-Man. So that changed at some point. I can't pick up. There
Look
we go.
out for the lava eruptions.
So it's a bit strange how things evolved. And one thing I kind of find a bit sad, I see a lot of people giving the credit for the Marvel movies to X-Men or
Out those
Spider-Man,
lava falls and
saying
find
that they're the ones who
Blade.
started the whole Marvel movies, when it's actually Blade who started the whole thing. So I feel a bit bad for Blade. And at first I thought that maybe at some point Wesley Snipes, when he had his old issues with not paying his taxes, I thought maybe they were trying to distance themselves from Wesley
Destroy them
Snipes
to
because
reach
of
the
that.
netherlands.
But oh, I'm in big trouble. Too much talking, that's what happens. Wesley Snipes, and but it turns out that we're trying to set up the stage for to be able to say that Black Panther was the first black superhero ever. So I was, but ultimately Blade pretty much was the starting point of the modern Marvel universe. Oh yeah, scrolls. Thank you. If you guys can hit the like buttons, that would be appreciated. Do you like SpongeBob? Nah, that's way after my time. When SpongeBob was popular, I was way too old for that. Although I knew a few guys in college who liked it, not it's not for me. It's the kind of thing that I watched a few episodes. I worked in animation, so I watched a lot of animated series that normally I would never have watched. But nah, I'm not SpongeBob. That's not at all my thing. Not even a little bit. You eat Berbers and get the ant medal. It's been a long time since I've been here, so if we get crushed, that's alright. Who's the tank? So we're waiting for a friend Reverse Flash to jump into the fray. Sorry guys, I'm going to ignore the chat a bit. I'm trying not to die. Nah. Yeah, we have to do the mechanics, and we're doing a terrible job at that. One more time. Yeah, this should be in Metal 1. Yeah, we should have 3 players that stays to the anvil. So let's see if we can do that. For fast skill points, there's not really a fast way. Sure, if you focus on certain feats that are easier to do at first, yeah, it might help you speed up the process a little bit. But ultimately, when you have to play like 500 raids, there's no miracle. You play 1 raid, 2 raid, 3 raids, and you play until you play 500 raids. The same for the duos, the same for the alerts and all that. So you have to take the time you need to grind through the various content and get the skill points. I wish DCUO had if we fire tank we need cannot hurt by oh yeah, it would make sense for fire tanks and not to be hurt by lava and stuff like that. The problem if they did that, already there are groups that require certain players to use certain powers or certain artifacts. If they made it so that fire tank would be immune to lava, for missions like this one, all people would ask for is fire tank. Yeah, for the rest of Solitude 3 is probably the fastest way to grind for source marks. At some point, it's what holy crap! It's what people were doing. They were pretty much spamming. At some point, people were pretty much spamming for the rest of Solitude 3. We're still getting destroyed. That doesn't look good. No, don't worry about it, Copper Ninja. Let's try one last time, and if we can do it, we'll move on to something else. Yeah, Friday. Obviously, Friday the 13th is the reason why we can't do it. Yeah, it does do a lot of damage. Sadly, that's the result also of the stat clamp. If we were, although even if we were a bit higher level, we probably would struggle a bit. But now with the stat clamp, yeah, it makes it much more difficult. Which is what some people wanted. Sadly, there's a lot of gatekeeping going on, and some people wanted to have the stat clamp in part to be able to gatekeep players out of certain content, and sadly, it's working. Don't worry, Jalen, it's all right. Yeah, we're getting double source marks in Middle Part 1 and Middle Part 2, which is the reason we're here tonight. Although we're doing terrible. Thank you, Jalen. We'll try one more time. Listen, if we don't do it, we don't do it. Don't worry about it. I remember mentioning at some point to some people that I don't value myself by my Uber this Universal 9 playing skills. It doesn't matter to me if people think I'm the most skilled player in the universe, or if I'm what's the expression again? A scrub. So either way, I don't really care about that. sorry if I'm not looking at the battle. I'm trying to keep an eye on the anvil. Oh, nah. Sadly, there's something doing a whole bunch of damage to me, and I can't click on the anvil. It even went right through my shield.
You'll never hurt anyone again.
I have no idea how we managed. Not sure we managed to survive through that, but I didn't last this, sadly. Yeah, there's plenty of people still playing the game. Let's go back to. Let's get out of here. Fly Guy Tai, we play every Friday, so come and meet us. Ideally, we try to. We would just pick up a group and we'll do whatever missions we can. Normally tonight we would have played the latest content, but the middle content gives us double source marks, so that's what we're playing tonight. No, it was not even elite. It was the regular version. At least I think it was. Oh, we lost. I'm still in the instance. I hate when that happens. So let's get out of here. I'm sure I'll make it. We did not really get any new reverse flash styles or flash styles in quite a while, so I'm not sure if or when I'll make a 2022 version. I'll have to look into it. Come on, evil menu. So let's see if we can try something else. Let's try Monsters of Metal. I have to admit, it's been a long time since I played that mission, so I'm not sure. I can barely remember it. There we go. Black Adam is pretty cool. I did make a Black Adam walkthrough at some point. Gould says sometimes it's surprisingly fun to actually go back and play the story missions after a while. Yes, yes, it is. Who are we waiting for? Menu isn't really helpful right now. Oh, Nixie. I hate the card game. There's always someone who messes it up. Even when you know what to do, already even when you know what to do, it's easy enough to mess up and pick the wrong card somehow. Uh, but when there's someone who, when you know what to do and then someone comes in and messes up the whole thing, it can be a bit frustrating.
Death is just part of life. Get over it.
I'm not sure why we're waiting for Nixie. I want to make a Hopi healer for PvP. Oh, guys, I'm gonna have to wait just a few minutes. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. All day to get the delivery, and he had to arrive during the live stream. So here we are.
Welcome to Mr. Freeze's Winter Wonderland. Those metal cards the
Oh yeah, I
merciless forged
remember
from
that one.
Olympus have allowed him and other villains to turn Gotham City into a madhouse. Every citizen is at risk.
The citizens can look out for themselves. We should be more concerned about the obstacles to finding Deathstroke if we're going to get the metal he's been gathering.
Robin's harsh, but he's right about obstacles. Wonder Woman gave us the Sunblade, while she helped Superman with one of the Dark Knights in Metropolis. One of you take the Sunblade and let's go find Deathstroke.
Superman.
So who takes the Sunblade?
Batman by his heartbeat since all this started, but it's been one of the Dark Knights every time. He just reported hearing at least 2 Batman heartbeats ahead of you. He's going to check it out.
Ideally, should be one of the DPSs so that the healer can keep on healing and the controller keeps on controlling and the tank keeps on tanking. Oh, okay. Reverse Flash got Actually, well, it might be good for the tank, I suppose, seeing he's going to be in melee. Jalen, we always do our best. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, this is a game, and personally, I don't play the game to try to show that I'm uber powerful or I'm the best of the best of the best. I just want to have fun. So I'll do what I can to have fun, and that's pretty much it. Obviously, it's more fun if you can complete the mission, but if we don't complete it, it's not a big deal. Eobart says, I understand how Joker gets his henchmen, but how does Mr. Freeze gets his? Probably not, probably kind of like the same way. I think it's in Batman and Robin that Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze was forcing his henchmen to sing in like a freezer and eating frozen food. Yeah, I suppose the money probably doesn't hurt, but you would think there's probably a better ways to make money than to be a henchman for Mr. Freeze. Nah, Nixie went down. I'm surprised if someone has a Sunblade. I'm not sure why we get swarmed by so many ads. Oh well. drop of a Stepping Wolf Axe. I forget where you fight the Steppenwolf. Basically, for the iconic weapons, it's simple enough. You have to defeat the iconic characters. Sadly, you only have about 5% chances to get the iconic weapons. So if you're not lucky, you may have to play certain bounties over and over and over again. And again, luck uh, it makes a big difference. Like at some point when I was fighting Alan Scott, uh, there's a couple of days where I kept on getting the Alan Scott sword, and then I was like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks where I did not get the freaking sword. So you never know. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes not so much. Uh, I'm not sure, but I can sort of imagine. Where I live, we have a part of the town that would work really well to recreate the oh,
Imbeciles! One of you needs to pick up the Sunblade.
We need to get to Freeze. He's got an impenetrable shield protecting it.
so we have to lure the monsters to try to destroy the walls.
How did they defeat the Ice King in that show?
It would seem someone dropped the Sunblade outside. Yeah, you do fight Steppenwolf in a version of Central City, but it's been a long time, so yeah, the Will of Dark Side. That sounds about right. I'm sure there's more than one way, one places we can fight Steppenwolf, but so let's try again. Hopefully this time, no one will drop the sword.
Winter's coming for you.
We need to get to Freeze. He's got an impenetrable shield protecting him. My ice giant shall crush. How did they defeat the Ice King in that show?
So we have to click on the brazier. Kind of works a bit better if more than one guy clicks.
My shardlings will overwhelm you.
There we go. And ideally, once the wall is down, then you try to lure the evil giants to destroy the walls.
Now, shatter.
Oh yeah.
Watch out! He's gonna shatter those shardlings. Now, shatter. Someone grab the Sunblade.
Oh.
Watch out! He's gonna shatter those shardlings.
I wish we had. I wish we had Darkseid's Omega Beam as an iconic power. Maybe someday. Almost there. Come on. In Multiverse, I'm thinking of getting a DCUO when I get a new hard drive for my PC, and I was wondering what tips would you give now for a new player, I assume? The first thing I would suggest, have fun. Create a character you're going to have fun playing. Don't worry too much about trying to be OP. Although if you want to play a lot solo, uh, tank would probably be the better option. There are bosses you can play solo as a tank that you cannot solo with other roles. Personally, I kind of like fire tank. Oh, there we go.
That did it!
Imbeciles! One of you needs to pick up the Sunblade.
That's the whole point. That's why we need it as an iconic power. Ah, come on. Sorry guys, if I'm not looking at the chat, we're struggling a bit here. Ah, come on. Almost there. Stay on target. See, that's one of the things I did not anticipate or think about when I started making those videos. I do not anticipate like the interaction with you guys through the chat, and also that you guys would sometimes even interact with each other. So there are nice surprises sometimes, and these are some of those. Dark Side. I remember way back when there was this rumor that the day they would add Dark Side to DC Universe Online would be the end of the game, like it would be the last final boss, and then the game would be over after that. The memories. But Dark Side was added to the game, and the game kept on going strong after that. Obviously, they did not give the new Batman ally the same ability he had in the comics. But we can say that with all the allies. They only give them a few abilities.
What are you doing to my precious metal?
You're not in your right mind, Freeze. Whatever this card is doing to you, it has to stop.
Nightwing is so mean, he broke the card.
What's happening? Where is Nora? Oh no!
Don't worry, member for life.
Justice League satellites caught
We'll
another
have someone else
glimpse
to
of
fight
Deathstroke.
after
He's
Perpetua.
deep inside the next ring of that insanity.
They
The
might
whole
decide to
place
go
is
back.
overgrown with vines and killer plants, so you can guess who's in charge there.
Like at some point, we
That
were
means
fighting
more
like a
than I
Trigon
know
and
that.
Sure you did.
godlike creatures like that, and then we went back to fight the Riddler's minions. So things will change. A good material for a Black Lantern Batman. Personally, I kind of like the Dark Middle Chroma material. Oh, we lost someone else, it would seem. I should have invited next time, guys, if someone else leaves, send me a tell and I'll invite you to the group. The Dark Middle Chroma works well with a Black Lantern type character. That's what I use with my Black Lantern Batman character. But I guess the smoke material would be another option. There's quite a few options that could be considered good options. Death Machine Batman. Oh yeah, it would have been nice to get the Murder Machine. But even though technically the last DLC, the Dark Knights DLC, will be the last of the middle Batman DLC, and I think it's a good thing. People are pretty much tired of that of the old middle Batman thing. But there's nothing saying that at some point we won't get like a time capsule with the Murder Machine style or the Devastator style. Another one that's popular is the Grim Knight. So who knows? Maybe at some point we'll get the Grim Knight style for our characters. But it probably won't be in a middle DLC. It might just be a middle time cap. Maybe they'll make a Grim Knight a time capsule. Who knows? With time capsule, they can pretty much do anything they like. I don't think we'll ever see the two brothers from the Amalgam universe. They probably would need Marvel's permission to do that, and that won't happen. Oh yeah, Batman says the black composite neon chroma material works well enough. Yeah, that could work for a Black Lantern Batman, or any Black Lantern for that matter. You have to log in whenever there's some prizes. You have to log in while the gift is being given, if it makes sense. So if you did not log in while the gifts were available, yeah, you missed out on those gifts, sadly. I just did, Goku Jr. No, I don't think we're gonna get the metal Superman chest. Let's say a little bird that tells me that it's not gonna happen. Basically, it's a T-shirt with a pair of jeans and some metal boots. It's not gonna happen. And I know that some people want to have the Superman chest, hoping that they'll get the Superman emblem. I'm pretty certain we won't get the chest. And even if we did, it would be like we got the Dark Knight's middle Batman chest piece, and we did not get the Batman emblem. So I guarantee you, if they were going to give us the Superman chest piece, we still will not get the emblem. Oh, you lost the Batman-inspired mask? Oh, Goku, don't worry, it will come back. The Batman-inspired mask will be back on the Dr. Fate vendor
Waste my time.
in roughly 2
Here's
months.
the passcode and proof of payment.
So just wait a bit, and in about 2 months you'll get the mask from Dr. Fate. So don't worry, you didn't miss out for that.
Enjoy the apocalypse, kid.
I'll go to the warehouse.
The new DLC
collect
in
that
itself
metal,
is not
then give it
bad,
to Wayne Tech.
but
Mr.
it's
Terrific is set
pretty
to
small
fabricate an
compared.
alloy we can use
People
against the
needed
Batman who laughs. It's up to you
a little
to
bit
take
more,
the
I
fight to
guess.
Poison Ivy.
responding to comms. You've got to get past those plants to find him.
There's some issues with the Superman emblem. Basically, I think whenever they use the Superman emblem, they have to pay a fee to the family of the Superman creators, and they don't want to do that. So they seem to want to try to use the emblem as little as possible in order not to have to pay a fee to the families. And that's in a nutshell. That's how I would sum up the whole thing, the whole fiasco with the Superman emblem. Yes, Jackass. If you log in 21 days, you do get the reward. But our friend did miss out on the Batman inspired call that we got some time ago. But that Batman call will be on the Doctor Fate vendor at some point. You're gonna have to buy it with 1 or 2 Destiny tokens, but you will have the
Welcome,
option
my
to be able to get it still.
friends.
We are not your friends.
Breathe in my pheromones and you will be. With the power to prove
But yeah,
and
for Superman,
reshape
it's not so much that they
reality,
hate the
I'll
character, although
finally
there
make
might
the
be that.
whole world
We see a lot of
green.
And destroy
comic
Gotham
creator that
City
seems
in
to
the
hate
process?
Captain America and
Humanity
Superman.
has pushed the green to the
But in
edge
this
of
case, I believe
extinction.
it's more of a copyright
time the
issue,
green
and that they
pushed
still have to pay
back.
some royalties to the families of the creators, and they just don't want to do that. Normally, companies don't like paying, want to pay as little money as possible, and it might just be, okay,
You need to
I'm
figure out
mind
a way to
controlled.
free your ally from Ivy's pheromones.
Although I don't have any insider information, I believe that might be one of the reasons why. Hello, Siano Luke.
The power of this metal card, I can call the rain to feed the green.
One of you needs to step up to help the rest of us. I can't do everything.
Damien is so bossy. For Batman, despite all the styles we got, they could have given us something more like the classic Batman. I wish they had, but oh well. And I wish they would give us the classic Batman as an ally. Technically, we already have him as a trinket, but I wish we could have him as an actual ally. Maybe at some point. Sorry guys if I'm not looking at the chat. I'm a bit focused right now.
One of you needs to step up to help the rest of us. I can't do everything.
It's okay if you took a break, Siano. It's allowed. You don't have to play DC Universe Online all the time. Sometimes, sadly, life sends you a message that there are things more important than the video games in life. Don't worry, I've been there.
Laughable.
I'm not sure what the feat was. Oh, I guess the group voted to open the instance. Oh, Bunny, I have a great question. Bunny is asking why do they keep on delaying the spring event? Basically, there was some login issues. It's probably my fault, guys. Basically, there was some login issues with the new update on the test server. I did flag the issue, and then afterwards, we had a hard time figuring out why what caused the issue. It was obvious that the issue came from the new update, but we had to do a lot of testing in order to be able to figure out what caused the login issue. I would say that it seems to have been figured out. Yesterday, when I logged in, I didn't have the issue, so I was able to log in fine with the new update. There was a new build that we tried yesterday. So if all goes well, we should be able to get the spring seasonal soon. I don't know if they're going to wait for Thursday to give us the spring seasonal, or if they might give it to us a bit early if it seems to be ready. But I'm confident in saying that next Thursday we should have, at the latest next Thursday, we should have the spring seasonal. So I know you guys were waiting and waiting for the spring seasonal. I know some of you guys were a bit impatient to get that. I guarantee you by next Thursday we should have it. But yeah, in short, there were some logging issues with the new build, and they had to fix the issue before they could release the build on the live server. Otherwise, I guarantee you there would have been a lot of people complaining that they could not log in into the game. Oh, Batman says the feat I got is to defeat 333 minions. Oh, and I'm mind control. Oh, well, I'm good. There's no official date just yet. It's just me speculating. I suspect that by Thursday we should be able to get the spring seasonal. Hopefully, maybe we'll get it a bit before that. But I'm confident that by next Thursday we will have the spring seasonal at the latest. Nope. I wish the spring sale was more like a name change. The best way to farm for source marks, it's pretty much to spam the Fortress of Solitude 3 mission. At some point, it's what people were doing. They were spamming and spamming that mission over and over. Like, if you get a good group, you can do it in like 5 minutes. So, you could normally you should be able to get like what is it, 10 source marks every 5 minutes. I didn't mean to click on the plant. It was a reflex.
After this, well, blame it on me.
Oh, IV is a tough one. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. I do what I can to answer as many questions as I can. Obviously, sometimes if I don't know the answer, I will let you guys know. But sometimes, when you guys ask for questions, sadly sometimes I'm too busy to read the chat, so I apologize. If you guys did ask some questions and I wasn't able to answer your questions, I apologize for that. I try to answer as many questions as I can, but these days there's a lot of you guys and there's only one of me. So it's getting harder and harder to answer everyone's questions. And also, sometimes there are certain missions where I have to focus a bit more on what I'm doing. The Death Metal Batman style, the regular version you can buy it from the Lobo vendor. The enhanced version, you get it from the daily reward this month. So if you log in every day this month, you should be able to get the rewards after the style after 21 days. If you are a legendary player, you get it after 11 days, I think. But if you are a free-to-play player, after 21 days, you should have the enhanced version of the Metal Batman style. Oh, the spring event will come. It's not even a matter of if, it's just a matter of when at this point. But I'm confident that they did find how to fix. They did actually. I'm confident they did fix the issue. So I'm confident that they will add the build on the live server soon enough. And I'm confident that at the latest, next Thursday, we should have the spring seasonal. Now, as in everything in life, sometimes things go wrong. So I could be wrong. Maybe something will go wrong, and something else will happen to delay the spring seasonal some more. But I don't think so. I think we pretty much got. I think we pretty much nailed it. Jackass, very excited. I have to admit, it's going to be a nice. Oh,
Wait, what's happening?
that's a
I didn't hurt Harley, did
weird
I?
thing.
Maybe Calculator can explain it, Plant Lady. We have better things to do.
It's going to be nice to get something else in
Card
the
feels
Dark
like
Knight's
a
Middle
number on
episode.
her. Nightwing and Wonder Woman are en route in her invisible jet. They have the alloy Mr. Terrific fabricated to take down the Batman Who Laughs.
Oh, let's go
They'll
for a
meet
big
you up
side M.
ahead. Hopefully Superman is there too.
I have a lot of bases to decorate. But yeah, the Black Adam Shazam episode should be linked to the upcoming Black Adam movie and the upcoming Shazam movie. Or at least they should be themed. Oh, River Slash got a recollection. So they should be themed as a sort of companion to the movies. Don asks, so how much skill points should you have as a tank? As much as you can.
What?
If you were playing as a DPS or a controller or even a healer, I would say if you get 100 skill points, you can pretty much get all the skill points you really need for your main skill, your main ability. Although, nah, that's no longer true because now we can get up to 325 skill points and to a single ability. Oh, Batman got the goat legs. But as a tank, you need dominance. You need maybe restoration if you play as a fire tank. You need health. So you need a lot of different stats. So as a tank, you will want to have as many skill points as you possibly can. Oh, I'm not sure why I'm stuck.
The alloy you're absorbing is toxic. Don't hold it too long.
So here, ideally, we'll need like 2 guys to bring the metal all the way over there for our friend. Like we have to bring the metal over here to Batman and Superman, and we have to do the trips 6 times. Yeah, you have to do the trips 6 times. And in the meantime, there's some evil Dark Robins. There's some Dark Metal Batman that will spawn. So it's a bit of a pain in the butt.
Feel this one.
Hello, Shadow Knight. For atomic, you'll need dominance because you're a tank. You'll need health because you're a tank. And with atomic tank, you can heal yourself. So having extra restoration wouldn't hurt either. I would probably go with dominance first, then healing, then your health, and then restoration. Assuming you have enough skill point for all of that. But yeah, that's pretty much how I would do it. But at the end of the day, like I tried it with my fire tank. At some point, I did put all my skill points into restoration, thinking that I would be able to heal myself a bit better. And then I tried to put all my skill points in health, thinking that with more health, I would be able to survive more, survive better.
Maybe the alloy could also close
And
the portals to stop
then
the
I tried to put all
swarms of
my
Imperial
points into
robots.
dominance. And I'll be honest, I couldn't tell the difference. Whether I have all my skill points in dominance or restorations or health, I could survive well enough, no matter where I would put my skill points. So I would say also don't overthink it too much, but ideally go with dominance. In order to be able to crowd control enemies, you need the minimum dominance required. So I would start by putting points into dominance first, and health to be able to give yourself survivability. And then if you can, yeah, sure, add some points in restoration.
Use
Watch
the
out for
alloy
the
to
red
shut
death.
those portals.
I have to admit, it's been a while since I played with my atomic character.
That should hold off the Robin Empire.
It depends also what you use. If you're using, do you use the abilities that benefit from the aura? Like, do you use the combos, or do you use there's certain abilities you can use, almost like the what used to be the advanced mechanic, or you could also do DPS using your weapons and just use your powers to give a boost to your weapons. So there's a few ways you can actually DPS with atomic, and depending on your playstyle, you may want to try different things. So guys, you'll notice we have 2 out of 6. I think we're going to reach 3. I think, yeah, 3 out of 6. So they were able to reach Batman and Superman once more. World Breaker Hulk wants a shout out, so there we are. Also, if you did not notice, basically we need 2 people to bring the Ant Metal to Batman and Superman, because the longer you keep the Ant Metal on you, the more it does damage to you. So if you keep it too long, it might actually kill you. So you have to trade it between the 2 characters so that you don't die from carrying it. You may have noticed we're fighting evil Batman who laughs.
There's no running.
Lower reverse flash. It's all good. I summoned even more Dark Robin just for you. So we should reach almost 4 out of 6. So you saw our friend Reverse Flash. Is it? Yeah, Reverse Flash. Basically, he's having a hard time crowd controlling all the Robins. You can notice there are portals on each side of the map, and there's a whole bunch of Dark Robins that keep on spawning. So Reverse Flash is doing what he can to try to crowd control them. What we could do is that we could try to close some of the portals, but so far we seem to have chosen to go directly for Batman and Superman. We still have to do it two times, so let's see if it works. Ideally, if we can take down a few of the Dark Robins, that might help out. Let us summon the Batman. It was Flashpoint Batman. What can you do? So basically, I'm trying to keep the Dark Robins in the middle of the map. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Scrolls. Hey, guys, if you want to hit that like button, I'd be very much appreciated. We seem to have been able to defeat a whole bunch of them evil Robins. I'm not sure why we're stuck at 4 out of 6. I don't see our friends with that metal. Sorry guys, not looking at the chat right now. Bro, wish they made another event that gave you many source marks. We will get another event. I think late August, early September, they will add one more event this year. They mentioned that in a previous update way back when that they would add one more event. I can't say for certain that it's going to be end of August or early September, but it's going to be one of those. Not sure why no one is carrying the nth metal. Ah. I'm not sure why after we got to 4 to 6, our two friends who were bringing the nth metal to Batman and Superman seem to have stopped doing it. Or were they still doing it and I just didn't notice? I said he didn't stop, he just got knocked out by the Robins. Okay. The best way to level up in DCUO? I would say it is to purchase the gear from our friend Tempest Fujinat. That seems to be a nice way to be able to progress pretty quickly. Hello Multiverse, do you think you might try doing a walkthrough on Gotham Knights? I have bad news for Gotham Knights. It would seem that Gotham Knights will not be available on PlayStation 4. And sadly, getting a PlayStation 5 is almost impossible at this point. I have no idea when I'm going to be able to get a PlayStation 5. And seeing how Gotham Knights will only be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox, probably another console, it's not going to be possible for me to play Gotham Knights until I manage to purchase a PlayStation 5. And from what I understand, it's not going to be for 2022. Sadly, there's still a shortage of PlayStation 5 somehow. I find that a bit strange. I mean, we don't see that kind of shortage with Xbox. So I find it hard to believe that there is such a shortage with PS5, but somehow Xbox managed to fill the supply to meet the demand.
Maybe the Owl could also close those portals to stop the swarms of inferior Robins.
Oh, Jackass is asking, with Jack Emmett gone, how do you think the future of DCU will go, brighter or darker? It's hard to tell. It could go either way. I have no idea what the plans of the new people in charge are. Although seeing how the first thing they did was to give us the House of Legends and the new ally system, I'd say it's going to be a bit darker before it gets better. Batman says the PS5 news made me mad. I won't say it made me mad, but it made sure that I would not try Gotham Knights, at least not at launch. Unless Gotham Knights also get delayed, We'll have to wait and see for that. But yeah, there's basically there's quite a big turnover with DCO right now. It's something that I think I mentioned that in a video way back when, and how there's a this Universe Online is in a pretty big transition, and it's in a big transition on multiple fronts. It wasn't a big transition when AT&T purchased Warner. There was a transition phase right there, not just for DCO, but for Warner, for DC Comics, for the whole shebang. And then we had EG7 that purchased DCUO, and now we have the merger with Discovery and Warner. Uh, they're saying a merger, but it's pretty much Discovery is taking over Warner. So all of those things will have a pretty big impact on all DC properties, DC games, DC movies, DC TVs, the comics. Already we're seeing some people were let go. We're seeing that a lot of the TV shows, a lot of the TV shows were canceled. They've canceled Batwoman. Today or yesterday, we learned they canceled Naomi. They canceled Legends of Tomorrow. From what I understand, they kept the Flash for. They will have one more season of the Flash, but only 15 episodes. Which, even if no matter what, they were apparently Grant Gustin was only going to appear in 15 episodes, no matter what. So at first, we would have had I don't know, a handful of episodes without Grant Gustin's of the Flash. But it would seem that they decided to just make a shorter season of The Flash so that Grant Gustin would be in all the episodes. So even before the merger, it was starting. We were starting to feel the end for The Flash, and it seems that this will be it. So there's going to be maybe 15 other episodes of The Flash. There's going to be the only show really that's going to continue is Superman and Lois, and I've heard mixed rumors for Stargirl. At some point, I heard that it had been canceled, but yesterday some people did seem to suggest that no, Stargirl is not canceled. So I don't know what to think at this point about that. But there are shows like Naomi. Naomi has been canceled, and I can't say I'm surprised. The real surprise with Naomi is that they made the show to begin with. Because the comic was not successful at all, not even a little bit. So it's kind of hard to see them decide to come up with a TV show based on a not very successful comic. Uh, no, the Flash movie was pushed back even before the Ezra Miller action. The Flash movie was pushed back already way back when. But the Ezra Miller is it must be a nightmare for the PR for Warner. Sorry about that, guys. It's alright, Boxing. Yeah, if you want to see our skip, I guess you can. But yeah, it would be better if you did not play in a while. There's been a lot of changes. There's been a lot of the powers are working a bit different probably than when you last played. The artifacts. There's the new ally system. There probably wasn't the allies when you started when you were playing way back when. So yeah, starting from scratch might be a better idea. If you do have a CR skip, yeah, keep it and use it at some point on maybe on one of your alternate characters. But yeah, it would be a good idea to level up at least one character the old-fashioned way. I could have sworn. Oh, too bad. Ezra Miller did get arrested a few times. I don't want to talk about that because honestly, I really don't care about those gossips. At the end of the day, I just care about are the movies good? Are the TV show good? If yes, I'll enjoy them and I'll support them. If not, I just won't. Andrew Robinson is asking, I hope a new power set is added soon. I don't think so. I don't think they're going to add any new powers anytime soon. Jackass, they need to Flashpoint, the DCUO, new Superman, Wonder Woman, keep Aquaman and Robert Pattinson, but everybody else take a hike. Um, I think one of the first thing Discovery will do is try to get rid of some of the brand confusion there's at DC right now. Right now, they have like three different Batman. They'd have the Ben Affleck Batman, the Michael Keaton Batman that's coming back, and the Robert Pattinson Batman. I guarantee you that someone at Discovery probably sees that as brand dilution or brand confusion. I guarantee you they're going to cut that down to one Batman. Personally, I would keep the Michael Keaton Batman because he seems to be the one that people really are behind right now. For Superman, from what I understand, they seem to be aiming to keep Henry Cavill. So, uh, but take everything I say right now as with huge grains of salt because there's no. Uh, it's mostly rumors. There's no real confirmation behind that. But from what I understand, I'm pretty sure the heads at Discovery already said that they want to focus the new DC universe on Batman and Superman. These will be the center of that new universe. Probably Wonder Woman as well. And oh, I guess we're good to go. We're going to try one more time, and we'll see what happens.
Hera, guide my attack.
You get up, I'm just busting you down again. The alloy you're absorbing is toxic. Don't hold it too long.
Could you make another Batman, Pattinson, Keaton, Affleck? I have a Batman 2022 video that I'm overdue for. So my next Batman video will probably be that. I might try to squeeze in Keaton, Pattinson, and Affleck in there. I'll see. I'll see what I can do. Not sure why Nick C is not healing himself. Oh, there we go. So there's rumors that they want to keep Henry Cavill as Superman.
Maybe the alloy could also close those portals to stop the swarms of inferior Robins.
I'm not sure I would say that. I like personally I like Henry Cavill, but the he was dealt a lousy hand. He was asked to play Superman. That is not Superman. I guess some people were trying to make Superman like the Injustice version of Superman. And it's as if some people saw that Injustice is a popular IP right now, popular brand. Let's make our Superman the Injustice Superman, the edgy, hardcore Superman, and it was a mistake.
The Merciless is attacking.
So I wish we had Cavill plays a more traditional version of Superman, but sadly that's not what we got. Hopefully they tried to correct that with the Justice League movie, and it was a disaster. But again, it wasn't because of Cavill. It was because of the script. All the problems started with the scripts. Or not just the scripts, all the planning they did, even in post production. Come on, in pre production, I should say. Like all the decisions they made even before they started making the movies, uh, that already we're in the world of trouble. I guess we're done, guys. Nah, we're done for today. Let's go back to the House of Legends. Come on, evil menu. Jack S. I don't agree with that, and I always find that a bit surprising. Iron Man and Captain America and Thor being C-list heroes. Now, it might be a regional thing, but in my neck of the woods, uh, Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor, these were pretty big. These were pretty big characters. Cheesy cartoon that pretty much was they were taking comic book panels and cutting them up and just animating them a bit. It was a bit more complicated than that, but just to keep things simple. And in my neck of the woods, Iron Man wasn't C-list at all. He was an A-list character. The same with Thor. The same with Captain America. Captain America was in popular culture. You saw him. They kept on making references to him in movies all the time. So I find it strange or weird when people think that these were C-list characters. They were pretty much A-list in my neck of the woods. Now it could be that because where I grew up, we had Captain America comics, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, and all the Avengers. These are comics we had growing up. So it could be that to us these were A-list characters, but to some other people they were BC list. But I don't agree. These were pretty much A-list character. I would even argue that these were A-list character that had been mismanaged by Marvel in the comics for a long time. And so that's why they sort of give the impression to a lot of people that these are B-list characters, but they're not. I guarantee you these were A-list characters. And the movie proved us
You're
right.
gonna make
They
him
they
feel every blow.
the Iron Man movies were highly
Family
successful.
is
Captain
blood.
America was highly
He'd do
successful.
anything for family,
Even
even if they don't
Thor,
think they need it.
even Thor ended up being less successful than the
You
others,
need my
and it still
guidance.
was
Of
doing
course.
pretty well. And also we see the result. Like after with Endgame, they decided to get rid of Captain America, get rid of Iron Man, and they're pretty much in the process of getting rid of Thor. It would seem, and we see the result. The people didn't like Scarlet Witch, Scarlet WandaVisions all that much, or very much, I would say. I would say in Europe, Iron Man has always been a C-list, and Thor. I see over here, these were A-list characters, in part because of the cartoon and the comics. And I remember at some point I did a presentation talking about some of the comics, the more modern comics at the time. Like it was around the time when we got things like the Killing Joke, Dark Knight Returns, The Watchmen. So I was making a presentation about how comics were growing up, quote unquote, how we had more mature comics sometimes. And I remember the commander came to see me after my presentation and said that we had a huge discussion about how he was a huge fan of Thor, and Thor was a big deal when he was reading comics. So in my neck of the woods, these were A-list characters. So I find it strange that some people see them as C-list characters. Oh, here we have a nice CW Flash character. So I guess, guys, we're done for tonight. Sorry if we were not able to give you guys a better show. Sadly, some nights things just don't want to happen. What can you do? Jackass says maybe because of the America and Cap's name, but people never really cared for him so much. All Spider-Man were always the number one and number two Marvel. Well, I don't live in America, and here Captain America was a big deal when I was a kid. But it was a popular character. I can't tell you how many times. when we played as kids, I saw guys make themselves either a makeshift shield using some garbage covers, or I remember a friend who had made a pretty cool looking Captain America shield with a piece of wood, a piece of plywood. So I don't know here, even though we're not in America, Captain America was a pretty big deal over here. So I don't know. The Avengers. The Avengers had animated films from Lionsgate. Uh, yeah, they'd had the Ultimates, I think. Well, Ultimate Avengers, they called it, which was pretty much the Ultimates. So anyway, guys, so sorry for the poor showing tonight. Although we did play longer than I thought. Season 8 of, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Yobard. I think I missed part of the conversation. Season 8 of what? Can you
The
remind me?
Reaper already tried and failed.
You're welcome, Goku.
I'm always.
Let me scroll to see if I can. Oh, season 8 of The Flash. Nah, I didn't watch season 8 of The Flash. I stopped the last season I watched, or the season with Nora, when he had his daughter Nora with him. And I watched after that only a few clips on YouTube and the crossovers. That's all I watched after that. And I saw some clips on YouTube, like when there was this the lightsaber battle with Reverse Flash, where they were using a lightning saber as if it was a lightsaber from Star Wars. Holy crap, that was cringe. It could be a regional thing, Jackass, but over here these were A-list actors, and so I'm always a bit puzzled when people call them B and C list. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying episode season 8 of The Flash, but I can't watch the CW shows anymore. Even Superman and Lois. The last episode I saw of Superman and Lois, like I for some reason I did not finish the first season, and I watched the first or second episode of the second season. I forget why. And there was this scene where you had Jonathan Kent alone in his house with his girlfriend, and somehow it was a big issue. And I couldn't understand why they were treating Lois was treating her kids like they were 12 years old. They're at least 16. When I was 16, I sure could stay alone in the house with my girlfriend. There was no issues with that. Even when I was 12, that probably would have happened. When I was 16, I was an enlisted man. At 17, I was leading men at twice my age. So when I see Jonathan Kent in the Superman TV show act and be treated as if he was 10, 12 years old, I can't do it. Goku, can you make a tutorial of how to get the Scarecrow mask? I'll see what I can do, but I don't think it really requires a tutorial. You just have to farm the Arkham Asylum missions or look on the broker. But I'll see what I can do. So, guys, thank you very much for being here tonight. Thanks to everyone who watched the stream. It's always appreciated. Thanks to everyone who came to play with us. Even though we did not succeed tonight, it's always fun to play with you guys. And thanks to everyone who commented in the comment section and in the chat. You guys are awesome. It's always great to be able to chat with you guys. And every week you prove how awesome you guys are through the chat. So guys, thank you for being here tonight. And next week, let me take a quick look. Ideally next week we should have the spring seasonal. So for those of you waiting for the spring seasonal, I strongly believe that at the latest next Thursday we will have the spring seasonal. So hang in there. We'll get there sooner or later. So we still have one more Friday before Evil Friday. So I'm not sure exactly what we will play next week. Obviously, there's probably not going to be a bonus week next week because of the spring seasonal. I guess we'll have to wait and see for that. So next week we'll play with Heroes once more, and then the week after that, that will be Evil Friday. So guys, thank you very much for being here tonight. I will wish you guys a good weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye, guys.